I'm Abby.
And I'm Amy.
And this is the AA meeting. Wow, we're back here again.
We are.
It's been a long time.
It has, like a whole week and a half, I think.
know. How you doing, Ames?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
That's good.
That's good. Thank you.
You know, I think it feels like a long time because we also haven't been together. You know what I mean? So,
Why is that?
It feels longer. Because the vid finally, well, actually, no, the vid didn't get me.
No.
I'm still vid free, but someone who lives in the house had COVID and we were in isolation, but Abby's lucky and she got out early and went somewhere else.
Yeah, I wasn't staying here for the week, but you guys were locked in here for the week, which is unfortunate.
It was a little bit. So that's why there was no episode last week, because we literally weren't in the same house. So what can you do?
That is true. What can you do?
What can you do?
Not film an episode. That's what you can do.
Exactly right.
But you've had a big week.
Yeah, big two.
Prior to that.
Yes. Yeah.
What happened?
Lots happened. Well, first it was my birthday, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The other really major, huge thing that happened is that we did drop some more merch.
We did drop some more merch. And what are you wearing, Ames?
This here is actually the new AA meeting hoodie, or one of.
Yeah, and it's my favorite. Oh, sorry, yeah, you go.
No, well, what are you wearing?
Oh, well, I'm wearing one of the AA meeting hoodies as
Oh,
well.
it's a bit different to mine, that one.
I know, this one's white.
Yep, this one's black.
Black. The one that Amy's got on is literally my favorite thing that we've released. I reckon it's my favorite hoodie that I have ever, that I've purchased. So at the front it's just plain, and then on the back it's got this really cool graphic design. We should be fucking graphic designers. I mean, we did sit there and Amy's really fucking clenching her cheeks to show you that. We did sit there and we did go insane making all these graphic designs, but I reckon they turned out pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself.
So this is what is this called? The AA meeting
graphic hoodie?
I think that's the other one. I don't remember. But then Abby's wearing the AA meeting barcode hoodie.
Yeah, but this is the sample, so it's a little bit different. So basically, this one comes in a t-shirt and the white hoodie, and it comes with two options of a purple barcode and a black barcode, and there's also no little box thing at the bottom.
And it's a bit smaller and a little bit higher.
Yeah, a little smaller, a little higher. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have the real one for you in a future episode so you can see. But or just go have a look on the website.
And then we also have a really cool tote bag.
Yes.
And that is now my favorite tote bag. The other one that we made, I wore everywhere and mine went yellow because it was so gross. But I just put it in the wash and it's brand new. But this new tote bag I love even more.
Yeah, I agree. It is very special.
And my mum was like, Abby, send me the link because I want to buy the tote bags for my shopping.
Oh, clever.
So isn't that a good idea?
Yeah,
so
and they are big enough.
If you want to do some little groceries and have some nice bags, then jump on to the www.aameeting.com and pick yourself up some merch.
Yeah, for shizzle.
Yeah. It would be muchly appreciated.
Yeah, actually, it really would.
Yeah.
That's all the new merch, but all the old merch is still available as well. Yeah. So the old tote bag is still up. Yeah. The old graphic hoodie is still up. And then both of the t-shirts. Yeah. So there's really just a whole large selection.
I still Lux all over my white t-shirt last night.
The old one?
No,
or the barcode one?
The new one.
No. That's right, it's a sample.
Yeah, and I just spray some sards on it and it's gone.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, that's terrible.
Mm.
Oh, we haven't even rolled the intro yet.
Oh, sorry. I'm just we're just having a fat chat. We haven't caught up in a while.
Yeah, apologies. Okay. Let's roll the intro.
Wait, that was actually kind of a nice harmony.
Beautiful.
I always think that. And then when I listen to it, it sounds like dogs and cats screaming and crying. Yeah.
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go.
Anyway, so as I briefly mentioned, I turned 22 in our little hiatus.
You're having your little Taylor Swift moment.
I am.
You're feeling 22.
Taylor Swift year.
Yeah.
And it was great.
So much fucking fun, right?
I said several times I was a bit hesitant to turn 22, but I did it in style, I think.
Yeah, so. And I love how for the weeks leading up, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe just a night out. No, it was a fucking sender of a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I celebrated all 3 Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
So tell the people what you got up to.
Okay, so Friday, so my family came down from the Gold Coast to visit for the weekend. So Friday, first I went to a little cocktail sushi bar with my parents, my brother, and then 2 of our family friends. It's called Blossom Bar. Everyone needs to go check it out. It's this tiny little hole in the wall. They do sushi and cocktails, and that's like the whole menu. The menu's like this big.
Because all you eat is sushi, all you drink is cocktails.
Exactly right. Yeah. The sushi menu is about this big. The cocktail menu is about 5 pages long.
Oh, I like that. The balance.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like fun cocktails. Like they have those ones where you like blow up the little bulb and then you pop it and it goes, that sort of thing. Except that's the one I wanted. And I asked the lady and she was like, I'm really sorry, our gun's broken. I was like, but it's my birthday. I'm really sorry. Anyway, but I had this really cool disco ball one. And it comes in a disco ball cup, and then they also give you a little disco light next to it,
and party on,
and a speaker. And so everyone like turns and watches when they bring it out because it's playing "Staying Alive," and they like put it down on the table, and then they pour dry ice into the cocktail so that it's like going nuts. Anyway, so that was really fun. I had lots of fun cocktails. They were really special. None of them tasted like alcohol. So I was having a good time. Anyway, so we went there and then I met my special friends at, what's that place called?
Aurora.
I'd never been there before.
Right.
Have you?
Yeah, I was there like when I was studying at uni, like because it's right across the road. We used to always go there. And so like, I just have weird memories there. But like it's an okay bar. Yeah. But like you wouldn't go there for a night out. You'd go there for like a drink after uni or after work or something.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went there and that was only really a filler. Yeah. We had a few drinks there and then we went to Lil Darlin. Yeah. Which we've spoken out in the podcast before probably.
Yes. Everyone, if you live in Sydney, you need to go to Lil Darlin. Yeah. From 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. They have $12 cocktails. And it's not your average like mojito or like espresso-tini. It's like the fancy ass cocktails, like the ones with the fairy floss, the hundreds and thousands. What was that one that we were all frothing all night? They were like white chocolate
and passion fruit or something, but it tasted like caramel.
Espresso, whatever the hell it was. It was so good, and they're all $12 for that 2-hour period. And it's such a nice place in there. They've got like the greenery all over the roof.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think they do it as well. So I think every night of the week it's actually like 6 till 8 or something. But then Friday and Saturday they also do it 10 to 12.
Right, okay.
I cannot think of another place in the world that does a happy hour at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like it's
and they were busy.
Daylight robbery. Yeah.
Other bars should pick up that strategy.
Absolutely.
And they had like specialized shots and stuff.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The shots, they were like fun shots, and I actually got them down, so that's how you know they're good. But yeah, big fan of Lil Darlin over here.
Yeah, so that was Friday night. That was your actual birthday.
Yes, Saturday we went to. Okay, so here I have a bone to pick. Actually,
all right, pick it.
I'm gonna pick it.
Pick the bone marrow.
I'm picking the bone marrow. All of COVID, Cargo has had an illegal dance floor. Have they not?
They definitely have, because every single time I've gotten off the boat for work on a Friday, Saturday night, people have been dancing on the chairs and tables and it's 10:30.
Yeah. Every single weekend they have an illegal dance floor except for my birthday weekend.
And that's just like kick you in the crotch, spit on your neck, like shit.
A little bit, yeah. And we tried to like start a dance floor a few times and the Seki was like, guys, if I see you like one more time, you're out. Yeah. I was like, but we're at Cargo. I don't understand. The rules don't apply here.
My strategy was, if there's so many of us on the dance floor, then they can't possibly shut down the dance floor. So I was trying to get everyone up on the dance floor, even like random chicks that were like hanging out on the side. I was like, girls, come dance with us. Yeah. And then we'd get in trouble. Yeah. If we were boys, they would have kicked us out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so not thrilled about that. But then we ended up going to, so we were there for a while. And then
it was still fun though. They have like good music. But okay, here's another bone to pick. At all these bars and like, they're clubs, but you're not allowed to dance, they always have a DJ.
Yeah, they didn't have a DJ, did they?
No, they didn't have a DJ there. But at Aurora, they had a DJ. And it's like, you're just asking for people to get up and dance in front of the DJ.
It's just teasing.
I know.
Really.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we were there for a bit. We were going ham on the wet pussy shots. Like, I don't know how many I had.
I was so drunk, Amy. I don't really remember much of the night, if I'm being honest.
Good, as you shouldn't. Yeah, so we were going ham with them. And then, and I spent so much money. It was my birthday, but I just like, I would see one of my friends ordering drinks, and even if one of them wasn't for me, I'd just go up and tap my card for them. Like, I was like, thanks for coming. It was terrible.
Thank you. No,
so
I didn't
bad.
check my account until like 4 days after because I was scared.
Yeah. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was pretty bad.
Mine was pretty bad. Because you talk about the next place now.
Okay. Yeah, so then we went to, because Cargo didn't have an illegal dance floor, and we were like, okay, where can we get an illegal dance floor in Sydney? I don't even know what the name of the place was. I'd never heard of it.
It was a weird name.
Yeah. This tiny little hole in the wall, like you wouldn't know that it was a club. And we only went there because one of the boys that was with us, his like cousin was working there or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went there and they had an illegal dance floor, if ever I've seen one.
The whole place was a dance floor.
Not one person was sitting down.
Yeah, well, there was no seats to sit.
No. So that was fun, but I feel like we were only there I don't remember much of that. I think we were only there for like an hour.
I didn't even remember we were there until like the next day people were talking about it, and I was like, oh fuck, we did leave Cargo. Because in my head we were at Cargo till like 3 a.m, like closed, we got kicked out, and then we went home. But no, we went to that place, and this is why I was scared, because I paid like almost everyone's entry.
Oh no.
I stood there at the machine. I was like, you go in, yeah, I got you, and then the lady was just tallying it up, and then I just tapped my card.
Yeah, you would have, I think it was $20 per person, wasn't
I
it?
paid for quite a couple people.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, so you've
racked up the bill. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But did you have a good weekend?
I did. Oh, wait. And then Sunday I went just for like dinner at this really nice Italian place in Coogee with mum and dad and my brother. Mum and I shared a bottle of wine. It was lovely. Oh, my God, you guys. It has been a big few weeks, hasn't it? Okay, so on the Sunday, so because my parents came and stayed, we were staying at a hotel in Coogee, and it was so nice. It's like right on the beach. It literally shares a wall with Coogee Pav. Like, it's right there in like the central part. Anyway, from when we first checked in, every time we would try and open the door to our room, it would get kind of stuck. Like, you'd have to shoulder barge the door to get it open. And you know how like when you open a regular door, there's the little like latch part that goes into the thing, and then you pull the handle and that part comes in. That was getting like only like coming halfway or whatever, so we would have to shoulder barge it to like push it past. Anyway, the Sunday, we've been there for this is like our 4th day in this hotel, and we like tried to leave to go for dinner, and the door wouldn't open. All 4 of us were trying to get this door open. Like one at a time, we were lining up, trying to pull the door. Nothing was working. We had like multiple people on the door trying to get it open. Nothing was working. Anyway.
And you were inside the hotel?
We're in the room.
Yeah, in the room.
So Dad calls down to reception and he's like, oh, hey guys, we're just trying to leave to go get dinner and we can't actually get out of the room. So, and like they didn't even sound surprised. They obviously know that this door has issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they send like the maintenance guy up to come, and obviously he just thought he was just going to have to shoulder barge the door like we'd been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
So we hear him kind of like hit it a few times. Nothing's working. Anyway, I'll cut a long story short. Basically 2 hours later, they've got the power tools on the door. Like, it's all happening. They ended up having to take the door off the hinges to get us out of this room. We were in there for 2 hours. Mum and I were assaulting the minibar. Like, we had a great time. But our room had like a little courtyard kind of thing. And so from the beginning, Dad had been like, I think like you're going to have to walk through the neighbour's room, climb over the fence, come through our courtyard, and then open from inside, because our side had like screwing the door handle on and whatever.
Yeah, you can't take it off from the outside.
No, exactly. And the whole time they were like, no, we have to do it this way. We have to do it this way. Anyway, it had been about an hour and a half, and one of the guys knocks on the door and goes, excuse me, I'm just going to come through the back. And Dad was like, are you kidding me? Anyway, yeah, they had full power tools, because it was one of those fire safe, like the big steel doors.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 hours to get the door off, but they ended up giving us a new room and like replaced the minibar for free and gave us extra stuff to take home. And,
that's good.
I don't know if you've seen, if you open our grog cabinet, we have about 20 tiny little Smirnoffs.
Yeah, that's so good for like when we go out.
Yeah, exactly. But God, it was funny. Like, I've never had so much fun on my private story in my entire life.
Oh my God, I replied to Amy's story because it was it was about 5 minutes long, the story.
Yeah.
But I watched every second of it, and then I also like showed the people I was with. I was like, you have to watch this, because the progression of it being like dad can't open the door, and then like people are trying to barge the door from the outside, and then like mum's on the fucking
the Smirnoffs.
little Smirnoffs, and then like there's a random man taking off the door hinges, and then the photo of you guys in the hall afterwards, like a big like. That was the most like boomer selfie I've ever seen.
So good. I made a full TV series out of it. Anyway, so it was quite the eventful weekend.
Yeah.
And then we went for a lovely dinner at this really nice Italian place in Coogee. So
and you've been plastered at the dinner. Did you just get like 12 pizzas?
We had hair. Well, we were full of alcohol. We weren't that hungry at that point. But it was lovely. That restaurant was really nice. We'll have to go. I don't remember what it was called, but I'll find out. It's like one of those authentic Italian places.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we go. There's a recap of my birthday weekend.
That sounds wonderful, Ames. I'm so happy that you had a good weekend.
So thank you very much.
No worries.
Anyway, how's your last week been?
Well, like we said before, I haven't been staying here for the past week. Mm-hmm. I went to the like sunflower farms.
Beautiful.
Like, took us 4.5 hours to drive there, which was crazy, but like.
Do you know the name of the town?
I only know the council land was called Liver Plain Pools.
Never heard of it.
No, Liverpool
Plain Pools.
Liverpool Plains, that's what it was called.
Right.
And like they're renowned for their fields, because the fields are like 300 acres of sunflowers and they're as tall as you.
Wow.
Right? But what we didn't know is that like they go through seasons, and like the sunflower season is from like November to April. So we're like, oh, we'll be sweet. But like they go through growing seasons every, I don't know how many weeks. I think it's like 12 or 13 weeks. So
did you go at the wrong time?
We went at the wrong time. But that's like, and we were like just about to give up, because there was supposed to be like all these fields that we were driving past, and there was nothing in them. And we were like, oh, this is great. Anyway, then we went all the way to this dirt road, like all the way to the end of it. And there was like one street off to it, which looked like a residential street. And we were about to give up, and we just driven like, well, it was about 5 hours with stops. And we were like, well, let's just like go down that street and have a look. Anyway, we went down that street, and there was a like half-acre field of them.
Oh, but at least you saw some.
I know. And that was like all that was left in the whole like plains. And so we got to walk through there. We got to cut some off. We went to Bunnings and got like the little snippers. And yeah, it was really fun. It was so beautiful. And like we want to go back when they're like as big and as tall as you. But like that was perfect. That's what I imagined them to look like anyway.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. Aww. I'll show you some photos.
Yes, please. Would La Nina have affected
that? We were talking to the farmer, and like I swear to God, he was speaking a different language, because he was like so farmery. Like he was like the most Aussie dude ever. Yeah. And I swear, like he should have had, what are those hats called when they've got the corks on them?
Yeah, cork hat.
No, isn't it called like a cobra?
I don't know.
A cobra?
If you think I've ever worn one, you're wrong. So I don't know.
He should have had corks hanging off his hat, because he was that Aussie. And a piece of whatever that is out of his mouth, like the straw, whatever it is. Anyway, but he was saying that, wait, what was your question?
La Nina.
Oh yeah, he was saying that like the weather we've had has like wiped them out, and they were supposed to be here, like they were supposed to have a lot more sunflowers for the next like couple of weeks. But because of the La Nina and then like all the heat wave and stuff, they've just like fucked up the flowers. But he said come back in mid-April and they'll have like millions of flowers, and they'll be like as tall as people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And then we went into Newcastle and spent the night in Newcastle, which is like so nice. Newcastle is just beautiful.
It is.
Except like you still realize that it's Newcastle, because like there's so many like gronky people there.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Yeah, you know
Anyone
what I mean?
who's listening from Newcastle right now is like,
no,
hey,
like you walk through the shopping centre and you're like, oh my God, it's so bougie, it's so beautiful. And then there's like literally in the middle of the food court, like a homeless man just wearing underwear, like yelling. And you're like, oh, we're in Newcastle still, you know?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. But, like that happens everywhere.
Yeah.
But like it's quite funny. Anyway. So I reckon we should all go.
I agree. Mid-April
we should all go. And then we can like go into Newcastle and we'll get like an Airbnb as well or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I got up to.
Very nice.
And that's really it. But we got a message from Tina.
Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. And she was just like, you know how sometimes we tell you guys to like DM us what you think about this, or if you've got any other opinions or suggestions or like whatever. And she DM'd us because we were talking about belittling men.
Toxic things to say to men, part 1 and part 2.
Thank you, not belittling men. Toxic things to say to men. And she had a great suggestion that we just wanted to share with all you guys. So she goes, when they tell you a fact about anything, just anything in general, and you reply with, did you just find that out?
I love that.
I love that as well.
Oh, did you just find that out?
Oh, really? Or like, oh, you didn't know that?
Oh. How'd you not know that?
Interesting. I'm like, you didn't know it either?
Yeah.
Interesting. And then you maybe like repeat the fact back to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Really bring it home.
Yeah. Okay, we got a DM from Julia.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I will send you $500 if you can spell a word starting with P and ending in A.
Okay, well, I have one. Do you have one?
Well, I have one, but I don't know if it's a real word.
What's yours?
Polenta.
Yeah, that's a vegetable.
Yeah?
That's
okay, well,
correct.
there's one.
P?
500. P.
PEA? Like,
we just earned $1,000.
Yeah.
Give me some.
I don't know if this would count because it's a brand name, but Patagonia?
Patagonia, yeah. Or like a man, pita.
Pita.
Or pizza bread. Pizza bread.
Pizza bread.
Yeah.
Yep, there's one.
God, we're really pulling out. That's $2,000 so far.
Yeah. Julia, how much money have you got?
What else? Let's try and rack up the bill.
Yeah.
Per.
Pizza? Julia.
Is she okay?
It's really not that difficult, babes.
Pizza? Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay, we got 5.
Yeah.
That's 2.5K.
Yeah. Julia, we'll send you our PayPal details.
Yeah, we will. We actually should. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's.
We wanted to talk about just like girls driving.
Yeah.
It's like kind of fun sometimes.
I agree.
Sometimes you like get to 4-wheel drive, but like
On the curb.
on the curb, just like in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to go to the beach or like to the outback for some 4-wheel driving.
No,
you can just do it on my street. I will get in the car, I'll drive. We can just do it on my street.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are some things that you've crashed your car into?
Well, let's start with the curb. We'll start simply.
Curb.
The curb. More times than I can count.
Yeah, and not just like a curb when you're parking. I've hit the curb when I'm actually driving.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Many a times.
Or like the roundabout. You just kind of side a little bit.
Or like when you're in a like you're going up a ramp or going down a ramp, you like pinball the sides.
Yeah.
Do that quite often. I just like to tap in.
Yeah, just make sure my wheels are still there.
Yeah.
Yep. What else have you hit?
Okay, well let's just like make it progressively
I like that
more intense. Like a pole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They just kind of pop out of nowhere. And because they're only like a meter max off the ground, sometimes you can't see them.
I agree. I've hit like the bins a few times.
Oh, I was going to say bins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I was reversing into the bins and I was in my parents don't know this, but I was in the big like Land Cruiser and I was reversing and like I kept hearing this and it was just getting worse and worse and I was like, I don't know what's happening, and because the car was so high off the ground I couldn't even see the bins.
Yeah,
so I just kept going and the bin was like I
I
did get in the bin and kick it out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Good one. Bins.
Yeah.
A little bit worse. What have you hit that's a little bit worse than a bin?
I've hit like an actual pole. So instead of like the little poles off the ground, like the big cement poles that like hold up the parking garages, I've hit them.
Yep. Fair.
Scraped it.
The only things that are springing to mind are like my little bit more advanced hits.
Mm-hmm.
I hit my neighbour's car once.
Oh, okay.
Just lightly.
Just tapped it.
Just a little tap.
Just want to give it a little booty tap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've hit a truck.
Ooh.
A semi truck.
Yep.
Right up the back of it.
You did too.
If anything, I polished their truck.
Yeah.
And they demolished the front of my car.
Oh dear. Yep.
What else have you hit?
I hit my pop's car. He doesn't know this. Neither do my parents. I was backing out and he was anyway. I don't think there was a mark. To be fair, I didn't check, but no one said anything. It was a few years ago, so I think I'm safe.
I've hit a fence.
Ooh, good one.
Brick fence and like a wooden one.
Yep.
But you just got to keep driving.
Yep.
You just reverse and you just tap it. You go, oh, yep, and then you keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of similar to your pole one and mixed with your fence one, but you know those like they have them at parks and stuff. When you park, it's like 2 wooden poles and a wooden one across like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've hit a few of them.
Oh, yeah, that's natural.
Natural.
I've 4-wheel drived before in my little Mazda 2 over, you know, when you know in a park when they have the little cement lip at the end to be like, stop there. I've like over that. And then like there's no way
I make the rules.
There's no way to get out of it. You have to rev and go back over it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah.
I ran into my parents' garage once.
Oh.
Not bad, but it was just a little push. Like the whole garage just kind of bent in a little, and then I reversed.
Isn't it terrible when it's happening and you can't stop it? And it's like, and you're like, your foot's on the brake, but you're like, nothing's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good one.
Have you hit any people?
I've come close.
Do you remember that time that we were in the car? You were driving. We were in the car. I think like it was at the end of a long drive, and pedestrians were crossing, and you kept going.
Sounds bad.
And then you had to slam on the brakes, and the pedestrian was hitting your bonnet.
Was it me?
Yeah. Oh, I remember we were about to go onto like Canterbury Road, and you had to cross both the highways. I remember that. It was after we bought all the podcast equipment. Like we'd been driving for a while.
Doesn't ring a bell. Clearly I blocked it out because of the trauma. But yeah, that sounds about right. There have been a few times where like if it's a road I always drive down and it has like a pedestrian crossing, but there are never pedestrians there.
Yeah, autopilot, just keep going.
Yeah, but there is a pedestrian there and I have to.
Yeah.
That's happened a few times. But I don't think I've ever actually. Oh, no, I did hit someone once. It wasn't bad. I was like
a person
coming
or
out
a car?
A person,
Okay.
yeah. I was coming out of you know, is it Parramatta Road? That really long road that's really bumpy and shitty. I was coming out of a driveway there and there'd been all these cars coming for ages and I couldn't get out and I finally saw a spot, so I went to go. But because I'd been sitting there for so long, someone went to like walk in front of my car and they were coming from this way and I was looking this way, so I didn't see, and I saw there was a gap, so I went to go, and then he was right in front of the car. He was not happy with me.
Yeah. Well, I get that as well. Like, okay, but you're a pedestrian. Walk around the back of the car. If there's no crossing there or no lights,
I would always walk.
Why would you pull out in front of someone? Why would you walk in front of someone who's about to pull onto a highway?
Yeah, and you can see that I'm looking the other way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like that was his fault, not mine. But anyway, what can you do?
I've almost hit someone. I was coming down James Street. You know, at the end of James, in Burleigh on the Goldie, at the end of James Street, there's a crossing, and like and you have to turn left to then like the beach is there. And there was we were looking for parks and I couldn't find a park, and it was late at night and I was just driving and I just kept rolling over the crossing, and this drunk girl was like, oh my gosh, you almost hit me. And I was like, yeah. And I had to slam on my brakes because I was like, I'm really about to hit her.
Yeah.
And I put down my window. I was like, come on, I saw you. I did not see her. And Olivia and Jake were in the car and they were like, are you sure you're right to drive? But yeah, so nothing crazy.
No.
Like, I think my truck one was the worst.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my fault.
No. Well.
Well, no, it wasn't my fault. I fell asleep.
That's what I mean. Well, it wasn't the truck driver's fault.
Well, he shouldn't have. Yeah, whatever. No, I fell asleep and I accidentally ran into the back of a semi-truck. But like, I'm glad it was a semi-truck. Imagine if it was a normal car. I would have had to pay for their damage and shit.
Yeah.
Whereas a semi-truck, he got out of the car. This was on the Princess Highway. He got out of his truck and like ran back to me and he was like, are you good? And I was like, yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what happened because I wasn't going to tell him I fell asleep. And then I was like, is your truck okay? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And I was still sitting in the car. I was like, is my car okay? And he like looks at it and he was like, yeah, it's all right. And I was like, okay. And then he just got in the car and the truck and drove off.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
What a time to be alive.
I know. Just like, it's just a big whoopsies.
It is a big whoopsie.
I feel like you just have to break your car in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like when you get new shoes, you got to wear them in a little bit. You got to break your car in a little bit.
Exactly. You got to roll your ankle in those new heels a couple times.
Absolutely.
Just to test your limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, moving on. Things in other kids' homes, like when we were younger, that made me think that they were rich. First one right off the bat is when they had the water and ice machine in the fridge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Whenever anyone had that, I was like, oh, you bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stairs was mine.
Ooh.
If they had 2 levels to their house, I was like, wow, your parents must be doctors or something.
Yeah. Oh, one up that. One of my friends had an elevator.
Okay, well then they were rich.
Yeah, they
just
actually were rich. And I'm pretty sure it was them. I don't know if it was them or another friend, but they had one of those car things when you drive into the garage and then the platform, the car that the car's on, it like turns around so that then you can just drive straight out. You don't have to reverse out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want one of them in my car so I don't run into my pop's car or the bins. Even though I could still probably make it happen, couldn't I? Yeah, good one. Like a rumpus room or like a movie room. I was like, wow.
Like a media room, cinema. Yeah. If they had like any form of activity thing outside, whether it be a pool or like a not so much a tennis court, but like, you know how they had like a basketball hoop and like room for the basketball area? Like any kind of activity out there, rich bitch.
Yeah, agreed. Kind of going on with that, if they had like a place at like a playground set or a cubby house outside.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a real cubby house, not one made out of a cardboard box.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Wow.
We're living luxe today, lads.
Yeah. We having a tea party out there.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when they had like a part of the kitchen, when they had like, it was like a high table and they had the high bar chairs, looking over the kitchen, that made me feel like they were rich and like you would eat your cereal with your friend there after you had a sleepover.
Yeah.
That made me feel like they were rich.
Yeah, I agree. I had a friend when I was younger who they had like phones in their house, as in like attached to the wall so you could call the kitchen.
Yeah, the intercom.
Yeah. The intercom. I was like, wow.
That is living.
Yeah, they're doing very well here. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, that you could call your mum in the kitchen. Like, yeah.
When there was like an office there, like a home office, like the dad had another room for an office, I was like, wow, their dad is doing some spy stuff in there. We had a home office and I used to be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't go in there. I was like, oh my gosh, my dad is like
a spy
working for the CIA. Yeah. He's protecting Obama.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Similar to my last one, but if they had phones in there, remember those phones that were like, it was like the lips?
Yes.
If they had one of them, I was like, ooh.
Even if it didn't work.
Yeah.
But you have that in your room?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Very cool.
Very cool. Oh my God, if their mum bought them roll-ups.
Yeah.
I was like, you are living life.
Yeah. Good for you.
My mum would never buy me roll-ups.
No, me neither.
Or if they had those fucking, is it called Lunchables?
Yeah, and it has the little, wait, are you talking about the one with the cheese and stuff, or are you talking about the one with the chocolate? M&Ms. That was called,
No, but it had cheese, bickies, like ham and M&Ms.
Maybe that's Lunchables. I don't know. I never used to have
Lunchables. Is that what it's called? But if they had that for lunch, I was like, oh my God, your mum loves you. Yeah. And she can spend whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Because that stuff was expensive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think like our parents probably told us that they were really expensive because they didn't want us to have it.
True. That's probably really true.
Okay. If they had a really big doll's house, like a big one.
Yeah.
An intricate one. I was like, oh my God.
If they had lots of Bratz dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my sister and I both love Bratz, so we both had, like, would combine them. And we had the Bratz, like, truck, like the van. Wow. Yeah. And then we had the house as well.
Yeah, nice.
And then whenever my friends would come over, they'd be like, what Bratz should I bring? And I'm like, you don't need to bring any.
You don't have to bring.
We've got them all. We even had Dylan, the boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
we lost one of his feet. Like, you know how their shoes are attached to their foot and then they just have like a stub?
Yeah.
We lost one over the balcony once. And so like Dylan just had one. He was an FUG. He just had one foot. But like I thought we were top shit because we had so many Bratz dolls.
Well, you were.
Yeah.
You were living large.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wasn't that the best? You would literally sit there for hours and just play.
I know, and like I don't remember, obviously we'd like make up stories, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't even remember actually holding them and pretending that they were talking.
No, I think I just used to change their clothes.
Me too, and then I'd put them in, and like, oh my god, I'm having flashbacks. In the Bratz doll house, one of the rooms had a light up disco dance floor.
Oh my God, I would have loved it.
And so I would put them all in there.
Yeah.
And like shove them all on the dance floor and be like, dance monkeys. And it would play music and like it would have, do you know what I mean? Like the square cubes, there was like 9 cubes and they would light up different colours.
Wow.
And it'd play like Bratz Forever Diamond. Remember that one or something? Yeah, play like one of those songs.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Memory unlocked.
Time to be live.
And there was lights in the house.
Oh my God.
You could turn the lights on and off.
Okay, so now you're just flexing on me. What happened to it? Do you still have it?
We gave all of our stuff to our little cousins and then like our family friends who were younger.
If there's anything you should have kept, it was the Bratz doll house.
I reckon if we kept it and then sold it, it would have made bank.
Yeah.
We gave all that stuff away.
Silly.
What a shame. Anyway.
Sticky dates?
Mm-hmm.
How many sticky dates do we have today, Miss Abby?
We got 2 this week, but one is more of like a question. Like, what's our opinion on it? And then the other one's just a normal sticky date. So let's do the normal sticky date first. She didn't say anonymous, so I'm just going to say that it's from Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, Alice. Okay. She goes, hey, I love your guys' content and wondered if you could give me some advice.
Would love to.
I recently went to a party and had been drinking. I had gone with my friend and only knew a few people at the party. For some reason, I thought it would be a great idea to put on a South African accent all night.
You sound like I kind of gal. Do you want to come to one of our parties?
Yeah. She goes, I have a lot of family over there and my accent is quite good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
She's rehearsed it.
Yeah, back yourself. You got to back yourself when no one else will.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was all fine until I went home with a guy who kept telling me how sexy my voice was and that he loved my accent. I didn't think this was a problem at the time and just kept up the accent. I'm seeing him again next week and realized that I'm either going to have to come clean or keep up the accent. What should I do?
I love that.
She's got herself in quite a pickle.
Yes.
Okay. So what should she do?
Look, I reckon if you're like feeling the sparks and you're like, okay, this might be more than just a 2-date thing, then maybe come clean. Like if you want to keep him around for a while.
But how should she even come clean? Should she say hello to him when she first sees him in the accent or Australian?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe she just starts talking in Australian accent and ignores the problem and hopes that he doesn't bring it up.
You know what? I think that she should phase it out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like she's
adjusting. She's adapting. Yeah, she's adjusting. I think she should phase it out.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you don't think that he's the one, I know it's too early to think that, then like maybe just keep the accent up for fun. Like it's good practice.
You know what I was just thinking? Okay, so she said she went home with him. So like during the Seggsy time, is she like saying things in the accent?
I hope so.
How do you even do like she committed an African accent?
Oh, I can't do it.
Anyway, so like just like imagine her saying things.
That is so good.
With the accent.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. If it's like meeting up just for like similar things to last time, just keep the accent. See how far you can take it. Yeah. But if you're actually going on an event with him, I'd probably start phasing it out. And if he starts asking, oh, like what's happening with your accent, you can either choose one of 2 things, either fess up or you can be like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm just like, I think I'm just adjusting to the Australian culture.
You could even say, because I've heard that some people with accents, like their accent is thicker when they're nervous.
Or when they're drunk.
Yeah. So you can say, oh yeah, my accent gets really thick when I'm drunk or like when like because I didn't really know anyone at the party, I would have been a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But like now that I'm a bit more comfortable, it relaxes.
Oh, that's a great idea. Do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it sorted.
Okay, next sticky date.
Next one. Thank you for sharing that, Alice. That made my day.
Okay, Sarah sent in, hey girls, I need your opinions. There's a guy who I'm kind of getting close with, but the catch is he has the same name as my brother. Is this weird or should I put that aside and see what happens? Okay, so I really can't speak from experience here, so I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Amy?
Wait, is she asking for advice?
Yeah, she said I need some help. Like, she's not sure what to do.
Okay. So I'm assuming it's like exactly the same name, spelt the same.
Yeah.
Let's for the purpose of the thing go with that.
Let's say Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
I think it's a case by case thing. Like maybe if you just feel really weird about it and there's no way to get past that for you, then like that's unfortunate. I would recommend maybe you could like come up with a nickname.
That's what I was going to
Sam
say. I was going to say maybe one of them is named Samuel, use a full name, and then one of them Sam. Or one of them Sam, one of them Sammy. Or like, you know?
Yeah, like I'm sure you have a nickname for your brother.
Yeah.
So just like don't call him that nickname. And both of them can be their nicknames as their real names from now on forever for you. But if you feel really weird about it, like that's something you might not be able to get through. So I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend who... they're not together anymore, but he was dating for like 2 years a girl named Georgia, and his sister's name is Georgia.
Yeah.
But everyone called Georgia, like his sister, George, like our entire life. Her name was George. So I think that's kind of like what you just said, where it's the same name, but like they're different. And so then when you're talking about them, whenever anyone would say George, we all knew it was his sister. And then whenever he would say Georgia, we all knew it was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way to make it less weird. Because if you're calling them both Sam or whatever, then it's...
Or even if they don't like a nickname or anything, use like last name. Like I know a couple people, not in that situation, but like they go by their last name.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. Yeah, just don't call them the same thing and maybe you won't feel so weird about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think that's
Fingers
some
crossed.
good advice.
Keep us posted.
Okay, moving on to Shit We Don't Understand.
Shit we don't understand.
This week, Amy, you trying to hold my hand, boo?
I was going to put that on airplane mode, but then I remembered that you need it.
Oh,
so.
okay, yeah. This week, Amy, what do you guess then, girl?
I'm guessing, why are baby ducks yellow? Because they come out of the egg yellow, but then adult ducks aren't yellow, they're brown. So what happens there? What's duck puberty like for them?
Okay, good one. I will start by saying, like, not all baby ducks are yellow, but for the purpose of this, we'll guess from that, and then I'll tell you another thing about them after you guess. So what's your first guess?
All right, well, I have a few ideas. Some things are happening up there. Up there being up there.
Yeah.
One, I was thinking maybe it's similar to the fact that, you know how like if you have blonde hair as a kid, as you get older, it goes darker. Like that happened to me. I was a blonde kid and then I'm naturally brunette now. So, but then, and I think that has something to do with the fact that your hair isn't exposed to as much light. It's something like that. Like the sun affects the lightness of your hair or something. But then I was thinking ducks are always outside. They don't live in little houses, do they? Obviously not little houses, but they don't live undercover.
Like, I don't really know. I think they have, do they have a nest?
We'll
Is
have
that
to
a
ask
thing?
the ducks.
Yeah, maybe we'll go to the pond.
So is it something to do with light exposure on the feathers?
Nope.
Okay. My next guess is like teeth. Baby teeth fall out, adult teeth grow in. Yellow feathers fall out, brown feathers grow in.
Okay, that's like the first part.
Okay.
So like this that says here is they don't actually change colour. They grow different coloured feathers.
Right.
Why do they do that?
Is it something to do with aging? Like how we grow grey hairs? They grow brown hairs?
Interesting. No, not that.
It's not to do with their age.
No.
It's not to do with the light.
It's more, do you want a hint? To do with like the environment.
Oh, is it like an evolution thing to blend in? To like camouflage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it says that they change colour to provide a better camouflage when they are too young to fly and need to hide in the grass and bushes.
Then you'd think that they would just be brown from the beginning.
Yeah, well, I think it's similar to, polar bears. You know how their skin's black, but they grow white fur to like adapt to the climate that they're in and to camouflage. So I think that like they are born with the yellow feathers, and then because they need to camouflage, then those feathers grow out.
And I suppose, do ducklings, no, because you see them waddling around. I was going to say, because you'd think that they would need to be more protected as babies. But then I was like, oh no, they must stay in the nest. But you see little ducklings walking around.
Waddling around, yeah. Well, there's this one here, and it says the male mallards, which is that kind of duck there, have molted, dropping their bright green, reddish black and white feathers and replacing them with mottled brown ones. Changing into more subdued colours for the months of summer helps camouflage the male ducks, protecting them from predators.
Right, so it depends on the season as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Isn't that crazy? Like, and those ducks don't have to think, oh, I better put my brown feathers on now. Like, that just happens.
I'm going to put on my brown coat. Yeah, it's like evolution.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I know. It's just the universe is a crazy little place.
It really is. All right. Well, that was great.
That was great.
I really did learn something.
The shit we don't understand are getting weird, guys. I think, like, if you guys have any other suggestions, like, because we used to guess, like, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, but now we're guessing, why did ducks come out yellow? You know?
I mean, it's still something I didn't understand.
Yeah, me too. And I'm sure that they all learnt that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. See, because we used to guess like Wi-Fi and people would be like, you guys are so dumb. How do you not know how cars work?
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, don't tell me that you knew why baby ducks are yellow.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're welcome.
So fuck you.
Anyway, question of the podcast.
Question of the podcast is?
The question today is, who would we want in our AA meeting entourage?
Yeah, our gang.
Like our little gang.
Who would we want a part of our gang?
Yeah.
So like we're out on the town and we're walking in like a triangle, and you and I are sharing like the peak of the triangle. Yeah. Who have we got behind us?
Yeah.
What I'm imagining is like the Bad Blood music video of Taylor Swift and all the gals.
I agree.
That's what I imagine.
I think we do need to be a bit strategic though. Like we need
like one of each.
Yeah, and we need like someone who's going to be in charge of scheduling and getting us to the right places in the right time. We need someone who's in charge of making sure everyone's having a good time and like going to the bottle and coming back.
Yeah. We need someone who's like going to beat up anyone else.
Yes. Yeah, we need the muscles.
Yeah.
Who else are we going to need?
We need people. We need like just good looking people to bring up the average of the group.
Yep. Okay. Some good looking people in there.
To humble us.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah. First off the bat, I'm thinking like John Cena.
Yeah, as the muscles?
Yeah, because I also feel like he'll have a good time with us.
I agree.
But specifically the John Cena from Sisters, the movie.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I mean, not that we need all those drugs. We don't do drugs. No. But like, I need that kind of vibe.
John Cena from Sisters specifically. I love that. I think we should have some funny people in there too to keep up the morale. So let's just have the whole cast of Sisters in there because we love that movie.
Yeah, I love like Tina Fey and
Amy Poehler.
Poehler, yeah. I also think that we should have Kevin Hart there.
I agree.
But I think Kevin Hart and The Rock are a combo deal.
Yeah.
So they can both come, and The Rock can also be bodyguard. Yeah. Like we can have, like you can have The Rock and I can have Cena. Yeah. And then Kevin Hart can be there for the lols as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I taller than Kevin Hart? Because I would like some short people in there.
I think that he's pretty similar. I don't think he's in the 4 foot, but I definitely think he's in the low 5s.
Kevin Hart. Okay, never mind. He's 3 centimeters taller than me. So.
But you guys can vibe.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it'll still help.
Okay, so we've got the muscles and we've got the funny.
Yeah.
Who else have we got?
We need a scheduler. We need an Uber Eats / Bottle-O runner. And we need pretty people. Who's going to be in charge of scheduling? Who's going to get us from A to B?
Who's the celeb that we think is like really organised? We need Kris Jenner. She is booking the clubs. She is making sure everyone's having a good time. She is running her little secretaries off to the bottle-os.
Yeah.
Like, we need Kris Jenner on our side.
Absolutely. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, Kris Jenner's there. Who are her secretaries running to the bottle-o?
Ooh.
Someone fast.
Bolt?
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I feel like they'd be a great combo team.
I think so too. Perfect. Pretty people.
Pretty people. Oh, but like also we don't want to feel too bad about ourselves.
No.
I feel like Mila Kunis would be really good vibes.
Yeah.
I also just love her voice.
Yeah, me too.
So that's soothing. She could sing to us. Oh, we need someone to serenade us. Justin Bieber.
Dermot Kennedy should be in it.
Dermot Kennedy should be there, yeah. I think Justin and Hailey, because they can be pretty people.
Yeah.
And they can bring like the lovey-doveyness to the group, because at the moment we're all a bit tough. And she can be also a pretty person.
I agree. Yeah, I like that.
I think we need Emma Chamberlain as well.
Oh,
because she's also the short factor.
Yeah.
She's funny. She's nice. Gets on with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need Jennifer Lawrence in there because I feel like she's good with the drinks. Like, I feel like she'll keep everyone drinking.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Gladys Berejiklian should come.
I think so too, and I think she should bring ScoMo.
I think so too.
Because I think he deserves a couple of bevies. Oh my God, did you hear that the Queen has COVID?
Really?
Yeah.
Is she okay?
Apparently she's just got mild symptoms, and it says that she's doing light duties.
What?
Babes, take a week off.
Yeah. I love that light duties. Like, she's not lifting heavy things anymore. Yeah. Like, she's
doing light duties for the week.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. Let's chuck her in too.
Yeah, the Queen can come.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I
reckon that's pretty good. I don't really have many other people.
No. Kylie Jenner's new baby. Throw her in. Why not?
A wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Just feel like that's kind of fun.
Yeah. And then like Kris can take care of it. Yeah.
And I feel like we need like a big age.
I think so too.
Demographic.
Because we've got Queenie and then we've got the baby as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And of course you guys are more than welcome to come.
Of course.
And our friends and family. But like this is our entourage.
Yeah.
Like this is like the gang.
Yeah. Like they have jobs.
Yeah. And then like we can meet everyone else at the club. Yeah. But like we're rocking up with these people.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Perfect.
Can someone please Photoshop a gang with all those people's faces on it and like us as well?
Yeah, from the music video, that triangle thing. And
yes.
Yeah, please, if you're good with Photoshop.
Can someone do that for us?
Let us know.
Thanks.
We will post it on our Instagram and tag you. We will.
Yeah.
So that's your job for the week.
That's
Homework.
a clout.
I think that's just about all we have, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the one. I'm busting to pee.
I really need to go to the loo too, actually. Yeah. Don't forget, new merch at www.theaameeting.com.
And it's really good stuff, guys. Like, I would buy this shit in a heartbeat in like a normal clothing store. So please get on to that and support us.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave a nice review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And subscribe to us on YouTube, like everything, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Next one's episode 60. Woo-hoo. We're really getting through them.
We are. Bye, besties, and stay sexy.
You! Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go!